Election in Leh and Ladakh. Election in Leh and Ladakh. Okay, there is no election in Leh and Ladakh. Leh and Ladakh is a union territory formed in 2019, and it used to be part of Jammu and Kashmir, where Leh and Ladakh was seeing assembly election. But now Jammu and Kashmir is a separate union territory. Leh and Ladakh is separate union territory. Why it was formed, I don't know. But Leh and Ladakh, there won't be any election, but there will be election in Jammu and Kashmir, and assembly election will happen. MLA will come into the picture, and chief minister will come into the picture. It is similar to Delhi. Similar to Delhi in the sense, Jammu Kashmir has High Court also. That is, I believe, Srinagar High Court. So Jammu Kashmir is similar to Delhi. It is not similar to Pondicherry because Pondicherry does not have High Court. It is Madras High Court. So Jammu Kashmir will have the election. Leh Ladakh will not have any election. So Leh Ladakh become union territory. It become prominent in a way that it is a separate state now, carved out of Jammu and Kashmir, but it does not have any assembly. So if president election happens, then in president election local MLA take part, and then MP take part, and then Rajya Sabha. So Leh and Ladakh does not have any Rajya Sabha and does not have any MLA. So a person in Leh and Ladakh, he is one third of the contribution of any other Indian citizen. He is taking indirectly, he is taking part in the election of president. Only one third, only member of parliament, lower house. There is no upper house and there is no assembly. Okay, now election will happen in September itself in Jammu and Kashmir, and then September 4th, I believe the counting date is, and then their chief minister will come. But Leh and Ladakh, there is no chief minister. If Leh and Ladakh is really, it is a kind of that less important. Leh and Ladakh is really, it is a kind of that much less important that it does not deserve a assembly election, an assembly election. That is a question. Okay, if Leh and Ladakh is similar to Andaman Nicobar, Leh and Ladakh is similar to Chandigarh, Leh and Ladakh is similar to a kind of Lakshadweep, Daman Diu, Dadar Nagar Haveli, Chandigarh. Is it similar to it? Leh Ladakh area is more than 60,000 square kilometers. It is bigger to Goa and many northeast states like Manipur and Nagaland. But there is no election in Leh Ladakh because it is union territory without assembly. India has big problem with China. India has big problem with China. When you are in problem, China in 1947, the Jammu and Kashmir used to be very big state. Then, then so-called Pakistan occupied Gilgit-Baltistan and Muzaffarabad region. And in 1962 what? War, it is called 1962, China occupied Aksai Chin. Okay, Pakistan is at that level only where it had occupied in 1947. But China in 1962, especially in Dipsang Plain, it is proceeding. So whatever China had occupation in 1962, now China has come inside, and day by day it is trying to come inside. Where lot of it is that region, the army is called subsector north to save this Indian territory from the China. There is a Siachen glacier nearby from the Dipsang plain. Okay, if someone go from Leh to the Karakoram Pass, that is north of the Leh and northernmost point of the Jammu and Kashmir, then he will enter into Kashgar region. If he goes further, I believe around 100-150 kilometers, then he will reach Kashgar. Okay, little east, then Yarakan, and then Khotan. So there used to be high trade from Leh to Yarakan, Khotan, Kashgar, and then the Tibetan part that is north of the Tibet. Okay, Rutok and these places. There used to be high trade at one time. This is proved by CIA, that is Central Investigation Agency from United States, and it is proved by many kind of people who visit country to country and they write about it. So those visitors also, like Philip, I talked about it. So Philip also wrote about it that Leh was center of the trade between Kashgar and Tibet. So if anyone from Tibet want to do trade with Kashgar, then he has to come to Leh. From Leh, he will go to Karakoram Pass and then he will go to Kashgar. So Leh is everything. Leh is everything. Now, what is the problem of Jammu Kashmir? People, whenever problem with Jammu Kashmir comes into the picture, people start saying Pakistan. Pakistan is root cause of problem in Jammu and Kashmir. That is not true. Root cause of the problem in Jammu and Kashmir is China. Why it is China? Because the China prior to 1947 till 1912, the Xinjiang region of the China or Kashi region or Uyghur region or East Turkestan region, that region was ruled by Han dynasty of China. Now in 1912, Han dynasty gone and it became East Turkestan, it became a separate country as it is a separate country. So now when the communist government came in China, then communist government tried to reacquire the Han dynasty that is Uyghur. So now it entered Xinjiang province and it captured the Uyghur Kashgar region in 1949. Then suddenly they felt in 1949 that Kashgar is deeply connected to India. That is the root cause of all problems. They thought they will control Kashgar and they will mix the Kashgar with China and then everything is closed. But when they controlled Kashgar, they felt that Kashgar is deeply connected to the India. If that is the case, then they kind of hinted Pakistan and Pakistan took over Gilgit-Baltistan and Muzaffarpur region because it is touching the Kashgar. Now China built road from Kashgar till Islamabad, more or less, that they call it Karakoram Highway, so that the old connectivity of the Kashgar to this region should be intact. Again, they felt that Kashgar has related relation with the Tibet because these are Indian territories. Now they entered Tibet in 1951 and in 1953 they forced Indian government to close the consulate in the Kashgar. Now they took over Tibet also by 1959, where Dalai Lama forcibly he has to vacate his homeland. Now China is feeling that he got the Gilgit-Baltistan and Muzaffarabad, so this region is all right. Karakoram Highway he built, and now since Kashgar is connected to Tibet, now it made road from Tibet to Kashgar by passing the Aksai Chin region of Jammu and Kashmir because that region is required to build the road. It built the road without caring Jawaharlal Nehru because China knew that this party has no strength. Party who is looting his own country, what would be its strength? Zero strength, right? Whose full concentration is how to loot the country through parliamentary system, new parliamentary and democratic. What would be its strength? Without informing India, the 38,000 square kilometer of the land that is Aksai Chin, Haji Langar region, that it built the road 130 kilometer to the Aksai Chin, the road from Tibet Lhasa to Kashgar, it passed through because China felt, now China felt that that is not the end. Okay, day by day China is in problem because it is Indian territory, all are connected to each other. Now China needs Leh. China felt that Leh is center of all this region. Either it is Gilgit-Baltistan, that is Hunja Valley, or Gilgit or Baltistan, or it is Kashgar, or it is Tibet. Everywhere Leh is the center. If you don't capture Leh, then you did not capture anything. That is the problem. It is something like you capture a kind of a castle. You capture a castle and then you don't have the key. The main room from which you will enter the castle, it is big lock is there, and door is made of something that you can't break through cannon also. Then lock also you tried breaking through cannon, but it has so or inside lock whatever it is. Now you need the key. So China occupied Xinjiang, China occupied Tibet, okay, through proxy, China occupied Gilgit-Baltistan, but without Leh, China occupied Aksai Chin. Without Leh, it is incomplete. So Leh is the root cause of all problems. If China acquire Leh, then his circuit is complete. Now full-fledged trade will start because Leh was the center of the trade in that region. Just see that how much India has focused on Leh, that Leh become a independent territory, Indian territory now, and it is something like an Indian when it sees Leh, then Leh is the last point in India. Okay, now India to save that region, India has focused on Dipsang Plain, Galwan Valley. So these are the reason where India has focused in because China has put full military there. In Dipsang Plain and Galwan Valley, full Chinese forces is there. There is one Songpo Lake. Their full Chinese army is there. So to counter that army, full Indian army is there in that path. That path is from Leh to north, that is Karakoram Pass. In between that, that there is a sector of army called SSN, Subsector North. Subsector North Army has built a road from Karakoram Pass to Daulat Beg to Murgo and to south, little south. Full road they have made and they are patrolling on the road so that Chinese army will not come into the picture. This proves that Indian government, they also don't know the key. China know the key, but it is trying to acquire the key. Indian government has nothing to do with the key. They are trying to save their land because this is the way they get the vote. To Indian people, they show that this much army we have put there and China cannot enter, so we are safe. Boss, you are safe only when your people have food. You are safe only when your people have food. People in Xinjiang and Tibet, they do not have food because there is no trade. That's why China is trying to capture the Leh. So that once trade starts happening, then this region will become prosperous region and China will have less army settled here and people will be happy. But India has no focus on Leh. Election is coming in Jammu and Kashmir and Haryana, but there is no election in Leh. What see the mental height of the Leh people? They are alienated like a union territory where they only see army people there. Okay, army people, they do not give money to these people. Okay, and they cannot do the trade. It is something like you catch a lion from the jungle, from forest, and put in some kind of a zoo area. Okay, there you feed them from outside. Okay, lion should go to the forest and it should hunt on its own. That is the pleasure. Now, if Tibetan people, if you give some money to Leh people, this is not they want. They want is the natural trade that will be happen through with Kashgar, through Baltistan, and through Hotan, Yarkand, or Lhasa. That full region. There are many villages around along that region. A town would be trade with that. Then Leh will become lighted. Then Leh will have relationship with Jammu and Delhi also. That becomes prosperity. If that becomes prosperous, Leh will attract many, will give job to many people in rest of the India. Not only that, they will give job to many people in rest of the India. Army deployment is less. Indian government will start earning from the Leh region. Now it is pushing money. Thousands of army people they are deployed in Leh and Karakoram area. Siachen Glacier. See the expenditure how much government is making. Siachen Glacier not required. And then Dipsang Valley, Galwan Valley, full subsector North Army is patrolling there. Full money is going there. What is the consequence for that? Indians do not have any job, population is high, and then kind of $1 is 84. Now here gold is 75,000 rupees per 10 gram, petrol is 100 rupees because government is pushing taxes. Where from that money will come? If you put attention, if you give more importance to the people who are living in Leh region, then think about the prosperity, your expenditure, and then you will start earning from that region. What is required for that? Give assembly status to the Leh. If you give assembly status to the Leh, the morale of the Leh people will be higher. It will be something that lion will come out of the cage and it is moving towards jungle. Okay, they will feel that at least they are not up to level. Leh Ladakh should be a full-fledged state, but still they will have a chief minister. Start trade between Leh and Murgo and that route what you used to have, even though you don't have access on Aksai Chin plain and whatever you region earlier the trade was with from Leh to other region, whatever is in Indian territory, start the start the trade there, place industry there. Okay, whatever industry these people can run, whatever they were in depth in, so those industry you can start. So when Indian, what is the power of any region? Power of any region does not lie in army. If in Chinese government, he does not fear with Indian army. Day by day they are trying to come inside, they don't have any fear from the Indian army, they know that they are powerful. But if local people they start inhibiting that region as far as trade and factory and company and agriculture, everything is coming into place, then Chinese forces will start losing the strength. You fight with the strength, right? When local people are there, and not only it will attract people from Central Asia and Tibet side also, they will also come through visa, passport, whatever it is. If those people also they come and get involved into business out there, then Chinese forces will start losing their strength. When they face Indian army, they are not fearing. But if they start facing local people there, they will start losing their strength. They will have option to retreat. You can defeat Indian army, Chinese army in that fashion. Okay, so give power to the Leh. Try to make Leh the way it was prior to 1947. We are not saying that give start in, everything was already there. In 1947, this Indian National Congress broke the chain. Okay, just get to the chain back, and then once Leh comes into the picture, slowly the Chinese forces will start weaken. If you are not interested in Aksai Chin, if you are not interested in Kashmir, if you are not interested in Tibet, at least when Chinese forces are weakened, at least Indian government will not have any fear for the Chinese forces. They are progressing. That pain will go away. If that pain go away, then deployment of Indian forces in SSN, that is Siachen and that region, will reduce and expenditure will reduce a lot and income will start happening through industry. Chinese forces, they cannot kill local people, not possible. If local people are on that side, they are not infiltrating into their region, they cannot kill, not possible. Lot of international organization, they will come into the picture, not possible. So give more status to the Leh and Ladakh and don't consider Leh and Ladakh as the end point of India. Leh and Ladakh is the central point of that region. Consider in that fashion, and then just think that how much money will start coming from that region. Okay, earning and very less expenditure. In that situation, no one is saying go and fight with China. In that situation only. So election in Jammu and Kashmir is happening, then election in Leh and Ladakh should also happen. Leh and Ladakh is not any way less important to Jammu and Kashmir. If you apply this business fundamental in Leh and Ladakh the way it was happening prior to 1947, apply same in Bengal region, apply same in Tamil Nadu, Gujarat, Punjab, Northeast, and see the prosperity. Okay, then only enjoyment is there, no pain, no need to attack on Burma and Bangladesh and Tibet, no attack is required. Just bring the situation the way it was prior to 1947. and see the enjoy.